Sue, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Where are we starting?
I think the big one this week is, well, it actually came out last week, but it's. I think a lot of people are watching it. It's a word of mouth thing. Is I Care a Lot. That's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you've watched this yet. It's amazing. Like, it shouldn't be amazing because it's a really, really dark comedy. Very, very dark. Rosamund Pike plays this woman called Marla, who basically makes all her money off. She's a con woman. Makes all her money off putting old people in old folks' homes. And she has like this network of people, doctors who are willing to get like emergency orders to put people in these homes. She pays off the people who run the homes. It's this whole massive operation, and she's making a lot of money off the top of it. But unfortunately, she messes with the wrong woman. One of the women that she puts into the home is connected to a gangster played by Peter Dinklage, brilliantly by Peter Dinklage. And it's just like, do you ever watch something and you're like, I can't root for anyone in this film because you're all despicable people, every single one of you, even the woman that's put into the whole... Yeah, exactly. But it's so enjoyable. Like, it should be enjoyable. It shouldn't be funny. There were a couple of times I properly laughed out loud. I was like, I really shouldn't be laughing at this film. And it's quite controversial, actually, because the reviews of it, critics are saying that it's amazing. And a lot of the audience, if you watch Rotten Tomatoes, I think the audience review is something like 30%.
Wow. And
the critics' review is 81%. Like,
you critics are all up your own asses. That's the problem. Too intellectual, nonsensical nonsense. That's it.
Too snobby. But no, I think people are just finding it difficult to watch because it is so dark. And it's trying to be so funny while being so dark.
And it's one season, how many episodes?
No, that's film. It's film. So it's
okay.
Just, yeah. And Rosamund Pike is just exceptional in it. And I don't think we've seen her being really this good since Gone Girl, but she's vicious in it. Very, very vicious.
Okay, so I Care a Lot, a movie on Amazon Prime. How long is it?
It's about 2 hours. Yeah, it is about the 2 hours. So
they not give us these 90-minute movies. What's with the 2 hours nonsense? Like, who?
I know.
Who has the attention span? You get to that last half hour and you're like, really? There's another half an hour of this left?
I didn't feel it. I honestly didn't feel it. And I'm one of those people that has to watch something for an hour and a half and pause it and watch the next half an hour the next day. And I couldn't wait to get back to it. Like, it's brilliant. Really, really good.
I mean, an hour and a half into a film, the bottle of wine is finished. You can't remember any of that last half hour. Like, don't they know there's a bloody pandemic on?
I actually totally agree with you most of the time. Once something goes past 90 minutes, you've lost me. But honestly, if it's good and the characters are good, it's worth spending time with.
Bloodlands.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with this. So I watched the first episode of this last Sunday and then watched last night with my husband, who kept giving out that they were over-explaining what was happening in Belfast. But I think they have to give the backstory of what happened in the 90s and the peace deal and everything. This is Jed Mercurio, who I'm slightly obsessed with, who's behind Line of Duty and Bodyguard. This is his latest series, and it's set in Belfast, stars James Nesbitt, and he plays a guy called Tom Brannock, who's been working as a PSNI officer for 20 years. And he worked in a case called Gillette back in the 90s, and it was something that they kind of had to brush under the carpet when they thought one of their own police officers was a serial killer. But they couldn't come out with it because the peace deal was on the table. So he's got a personal connection to that. They actually, if you read about this, they give away something that happens about 25 minutes into the first episode. So don't read anything about it, because if you're just watching it cold, it's kind of a shock to find out something about 20 minutes in.
Okay, one quick issue with anything that's on BBC. If you miss it, we can't get the BBC player here unless you do the VPN malarkey. Is that right?
Yeah, and that's that. Like, I actually am really annoyed that I missed it last week, because I just tape whatever new series is on at 9 o'clock at BBC because it's usually brilliant. And there wasn't really a lot of talk about this. They're still really pushing Line of Duty, like it's all over BBC at the moment. And yet this is the new series from BBC, from the creator of Line of Duty. Why aren't you pushing it?
Yeah.
But unfortunately it is VPN,
Oh, and you're good at that malarkey.
At trying to circumvent the rules in order to get some good BBC content in front of my eyes. Is that what you're suggesting?
Pretty much, yeah. Tell us how we do it.
BBC iPlayer has constantly defeated me. It used to be, VPNs ain't what they used to be. I get nostalgic for the days when VPNs were a good old Chrome extension, but not anymore. You got to download software nowadays and all that, and I'm just too old for that sort of crap. So I'm beyond the point of rewatching stuff on BBC. I've been defeated.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Well, you can buy a VPN. I feel like I'm giving away illegal information here. You can buy a VPN that'll let you do it, but BBC is notoriously difficult to break into.
They're
they
clever.
will actually kick you out.
They kick the VPNs off. They know what they're doing. So you mentioned Jed Mercurio. He is the creator of Line of Duty, which is now apparently on Netflix as well.
Yeah, so season 5 is on it. Now they regularly put up season 1 to 4. They've taken it down at the moment because they're rerunning it on BBC. So it's on BBC on Saturday. Have you seen Line of Duty?
No.
Oh, I think you'll love it. It'd probably be hard enough to get a hold of at the moment, but once it goes onto Netflix again, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant cop drama, and I think it's a level above everything else when it comes to kind of a mystery cop thing. The writing is brilliant and the characters are really good. But this season, I think it's season 3, there's one episode that is one of the best episodes of TV I've ever seen. It's like full attention, and you're not quite sure what's going to happen or how it's going to end. And they keep you guessing all the time, all the way through it, because it's all about like who is the Ben Coppers, as Adrian Dunbar keeps calling them. It's just excellent. And he also did Bodyguard. That was the one that was on my list for this week because it's on Netflix as well. And again, just brilliant TV. Like Keely Hawes is really good in that. Yet again, she seems to be in all of his work, you know. There
was a couple that they had out last year that actually weren't that good. That Netflix was pushing hard.
Cardiac Arrest.
No, there was some guy that was like this guy. He's and it was the writer of it, and actually they ended up really being a waste of time. I need to come prepared better next week and have looked that up before I start blathering on about it like my grandmother. Remember that thing with your man that was shit? Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Okay,
You've become that thing that the slash that Owen said it was going to be just old people talking about TV.
Bodyguard.
So, yeah, Bodyguard is brilliant. It's another one of those like British drama, cop drama things. But again, it's just like the level of tension in it is absolutely amazing. And it centers around a cop who ends up being a bodyguard for one of the ministers in cabinet, and her life is constantly under threat, and he has to protect her, but he has all of this stuff going on in his private life as well that's leading him to be quite vulnerable and a target for a lot of people. It's just, again, it's just layered with tension. Like the first episode of this, there's a scene on the train where he's trying to get somebody to disconnect a bomb that they've got attached to them, and honest to God, you won't be able to breathe for the entire scene. It's brilliantly written, really, really, really good. I would totally recommend it.
Okay, how many episodes are a movie?
I think there's about 6. I think there's 6 in The Bodyguard. Yeah, and The Line of Duty is 5 series, and it's usually 5 to 6 episodes depending. I think the new series is 7. The new one's coming out.
Okay, you've watched some more of The Office?
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
I swore that I was going to, and then I didn't, and I'm really sorry, Eoin.
This is the American Office.
I feel like I should issue it.
I mean, look, do you really feel like you've missed out?
Here goes Ger. Here goes Ger on his anti-American Office ranting. And go for it.
Do you feel like you've missed out?
Get it out of your system.
Too much.
You don't like it, Ger?
It's grand. It's not the life-changing moment that at some point Owen will look back and go, yeah, it was okay.
When is that moment going to happen?
Shane last week were just like totally convinced this is the greatest thing ever, but I actually went and watched the Britney Spears documentary instead. I know that's bad, but it was very good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but it's on the list. WandaVision, I'm seeing lots of people tuning out of WandaVision saying that it's actually rubbish.
Oh, I'm really enjoying it.
Okay.
I can't wait for the new episodes to go up every week. It is slowly starting to become the superhero thing, and you can see that they're starting to line up another film very, very, very quickly, but it's still very interesting. I still want to get to the end of it and find out what's happening. And I do like that they're only doing, I know you hate this, but they're only doing 1 episode a week. I like that they do that. Yeah, I love it.
No, technology's moved on to the point where we don't need to do that anymore. It's a complete waste of time. Anachronistic, nonsensical BS.
The way TV was meant to be watched.
No, not at all. Absolutely the complete opposite. You started Married at First Sight, Eoin?
Yeah, I'm like scrolling through the top rated TV shows here on IMDb. See Planet Earth, Band of Brothers, Breaking Bad, Chernobyl, The Wire. I don't see Married at First Sight here, which is an absolute and utter disgrace and is a war crime from everybody on IMDb who gave this anything less than 10 out of 10.
Is it good?
It's the greatest television show and the greatest artistic achievement in the history of humankind. Married at First Sight, Season 6, Australia. Watch it. You will be hooked forever. It is absolutely sensational. My number 1 tip for anybody who is tempted to get involved in Married at First Sight, any future people looking to get married at first sight, the one tip is hope to God that the woman you are marrying does not have an older brother. This is the story of the older brother. The territorial older brother is the story of Married at First Sight. I have not known drama like Married at First Sight with a territorial older brother. It is absolutely magnificent. The tension when the camera pans for the first time to older brother X or Y and the drone sounding, and you just know that this is going to be better than the end of The Usual Suspects. That is how good Married at First Sight is. It is sublime television. Everybody needs to hook it to their ends immediately.
All right, good stuff, Eoin. I suppose the Neymar big brothers of the world. Sure, look, what are you going to do? OTB AM is live in association with Gillette. Good morning, start with Gillette, giving you the confidence to tackle the day ahead. My thanks to Sue. She's with us every Thursday, giving you some recommendations. That is it for us for now.